So polling suggests that whilst the ANC has weakened, their support is still sticky. Hello, David Ansara here from the Centre for Risk Analysis. We at the CRA provide our clients with an ongoing range of briefings, reports, and consultancy services to help them understand the current conditions in South Africa today and where the country is heading into the future. In this clip from a recent client webinar, I discuss South Africa's federal system and its current limitations, as well as the state of South Africa's 9 provinces. If you enjoyed this analysis and would like to participate in our client briefings, you can join us for a 30-day free trial. There's a link in the description below, as well as in the pinned comment. Please also give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so this is just a visualization of support across various parties. So we have green for the ANC. The light green is where the ANC has a plurality, not a majority. Dark blue is DA majority, light blue DA plurality, and then the red here is not the EFF, it's actually the IFP. So this shows you the electoral spread, and our polling and polling of other organizations show that ANC support is still rather robust. And now I think what's interesting about some of the data we were looking at earlier that Tutukani was presenting was very high levels of unemployment, high degree of state dependency in the form of social grants. So although the ANC tends to suffer in voting districts where there's greater degree of urbanization and where the demographic is younger, we do see that in a way, in a perverse way, the ANC is also rewarded at the polls by people who are the greatest victims of ANC policy, which is the unemployed who are seeking work, the unemployed who are not seeking work. So this is IRR polling, but those who are employed tend to be less supportive of the party. And again, with the educational profile, those who might not have benefited from higher levels of education also tend to disproportionately support the incumbent party. And with income, that is the case too. As we see here, those in the lower income brackets tend to be more supportive of the ANC. And so polling suggests that whilst the ANC has weakened overall, their support is still sticky. And this was polling that is done over various periods by different entities, showing that ANC support might still hold. And I think it's very important to look at the provinces and to see the way in which provincially the ANC has interacted with the provinces in the way that it treats the provinces. And, in many ways, what we show here in our report is that there is a tendency towards centralization, that party bosses in Luthuli House or those within the national government in Pretoria tend to determine the overall policy trajectory, and that the provinces themselves have become sites of regional contestation for resources and rent seeking, and also important sites of political competition within the ANC for votes and seats at party congresses. And that means that there's a tendency towards using provincial administration as a way of distributing patronage to clients of the party and to win favor and influence within the party. So that's the political backdrop. What we're seeing is a tendency towards skills and capital flight away from the underperforming provinces, as Tutukani mentioned. That's going to mean that there's going to be a compounding effect on those underperforming provinces. There's also going to be, I think, a major battle within the rural provinces around this expropriation without compensation debate, which we have discussed extensively in other reports, in our weekly risk alerts, as well as in our briefings. And I think the question that we have to be asking is, as national governance deteriorates, will the better performing provinces be able to differentiate themselves given the legal and structural constraints that we've outlined earlier? And this was an image that was floating around on social media recently that many DA MPs were proudly showing this off. This is the boundary between the Eastern Cape and the Western Cape, and you can see that quality of that road changes dramatically. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this analysis, why don't you become a client of the Center for Risk Analysis? You can join us on a 30-day free trial. There's a link in the description below and in the pinned comment. Until next time, take care.